Hi, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, Sid, your host. This Dysfunctional's World. Tune in to your thoughts from your boy podcast. Peace.
I thought we were singing something. My bad.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You might have been missing me for a while. Slight moment. I haven't been on videos for a moment, but I'm back. I'm back with something off the top of my head. No, really. Not off the top of my head. But hey, look. So, women that don't know their value is the topic of this discussion. It was said in a video by what do you call those people? Influencer. It was said in a video by an influencer that a person that does not know their worth or their value will keep running the same loops and keep being delusional and mistreated and looking for value in all the wrong places. I don't know if that's the reason why some of these women are single, but let's deal with it. So a woman that doesn't know her value will typically put up with a lot of anything because she's looking for something. I'm not sure what that something is, but she's looking for something, believe it or not. And the women that are happy, I'm not going to say all of them are happy because they have found this value that lies within self and the other person just adds to it. That could be, but I think it's more the delusion that women feel like, and I don't want this to come off crazy, but let's think about it. Women do feel like they have options. They don't feel like they get too old yet. They don't feel like what they're pursuing is wrong. They feel like the people that are pursuing them are wrong. And sooner or later, the right guy will come around. But if you don't have any value in what you're doing, will he ever come around? Because a pretty face will always find a hard ride. Believe it or not. A pretty face will always find a hard ride. Even an ugly face can get a hard ride sometime. Y'all ponder on that for a second. A pretty face will always find a hard ride. Even an ugly face can find a hard ride sometime. I say that to say this. So, there's a lot of women out here that are jumping down men's throats saying how we're not emotional enough, we're not caring enough, we're not rich enough, we're not doing something enough. But baby, if he get up every morning, go to work, take care of his kids, and he wants to include you in his life, he's doing more than enough. And I mean that wholeheartedly. I'm not saying that to be funny. Because think about it. You get up and you go to work, and if you got kids, you're taking care of yours. That's enough for you, right? So you want him to come in your equation and add to it. What happened to this equally yoked? That's what I've been seeing on Facebook lately. Equally yoked. And I had to laugh because
First of all, crave connection.
there's a lot of people who aren't equally yoked. And it's not because they're not compatible. They're not equally yoked because the two people don't want the same things. One person wants you to come in their life and add to it financially. No matter what you got going on in your own finances, your mere presence and your heart of caring for them is not enough. They can get that anywhere. And then you think, hey, if you could, why haven't you? Why haven't you found the one? The guy, the moment, the situation, the status symbol. I mean, maybe if that's what you're chasing, but then they say they're looking for something more. They're looking for something better. They're looking for something real. Well, let's get real right now. Ladies, a man, and I'm sure y'all have heard this before, so I'm just reiterating. Doesn't look for you to add anything to his life but presence and peace. And whatever else comes with it. Whatever perks come with that, he's fine. You should feel the same way. Presence and peace. And whatever perks come with that, you should be fine. Because there's 3 things that women need. Finances, personality, and good sex. Out of those 3, you might find 2 in a good man. You're not going to find all 3. That's just like us looking for all 3 or all 5 or however many that we have in a woman. We're not going to find all of them. Nobody's perfect. You're not going to find all of anything in anybody. But if those 2 are 2 that you can deal with or live with, why don't you take that man off the market? Or allow that man to take you off the market. Instead of keep fishing to see if there's a bigger fish out there. Because it might be a bigger fish, but it don't swim as fast. Or it might be a faster fish, but it's not as strong. See what I'm saying? It's always going to be something lacking. But if you get along, have a good time, enjoy each other, and you can see a future, that could be the one. As minimal, as basic as that sounds, that's it. That could be the one. Now, all that other stuff, you got to have $1 million. There's a lot of men that are never going to reach $1 million. Do you know how many men you just X'd out because you want them to have $1 million? And I'm not saying that that's not a goal or it shouldn't be. But if just because you make that, doesn't mean the field of work that he's in, that he's going to make that too. Unless he's in your field of work. And in which case, if he's in your field of work, again, why haven't you met him yet? Let's think about that. If he's not in your field of work, he might not ever obtain the amount of money that you make. So if he's in your field, why haven't you met him yet? Conferences, your job, travel, why haven't you met him yet? Oh, I know. He's probably already married. Or he could be playing for the other team. Or maybe you're not his type. Because, you got to be equally yoked, right? So if he's not looking for you, that guy, and the guys that are looking for you aren't your type because they're not equally yoked because we don't have this. But we meet all the other criteria. Maybe like that ostrich in the sand, you need to get your head out of it. Yeah, you. Take your head out. It's okay. Pete, look around. We're out here. A woman influencer, was saying how easy it would be if she was a man dating women. And she gave like 3 cues of what you need to do, how you need to be masculine, how you need to be assertive, how you need to be attentive but not attentive, how you need to be there but not be there, and pretty much make her linger. Every woman don't want to chase. Every woman wants to be desired, but every woman don't want to be desired in the same way. And I say that to say this. Like, just because it'll work for you if a man say, hey, I like you, get dressed, I want to take you out. Don't mean that the next woman, I like you, I want to take you out, will go as far because she might have kids. So she can't just get dressed and let me take her out because she has responsibilities. She got to find a babysitter. There's other factors. But it sounded nice when you said it. It sounded hella nice. It sounded great. All the text messages, how you should text her in the morning, text her at night, say, hey, I hope you had a good night. I hope something amazing happened to you. And leave it at that. We'll talk tomorrow. And then tell her when she try to blow you up in the middle of the day, baby, I'm working. I can't talk all day. I need you to understand that I'm trying to build a future for us, for me, for us, for you. You should be doing some productive at the moment too. And we'll link up later when we both are free. It sounds so easy. Yet and still, if this playbook worked as well as she say it did, because I've read this in books too. I read that in a book. I.e., it doesn't always work like that. A lot of women want you to desire them, chase them, show interest in them. Well, if you busy working and the only conversation you have is, hey, good morning, I hope something amazing happens to you. Good night, I hope something amazing happened today. Let's talk about it tomorrow. That's not really interest. Those are encouraging words. And yeah, they might sound nice in the beginning, but to build something of substance, you got to get to know somebody. You have to sit down and talk to them at some point. Playing the field. Let's see. Men and women are both playing the field right now. So no one's really being committed to each other. And this I want to get married shit, this I want to get married thing is overrated for the simple fact that how you want to get married but you don't understand what it takes to be married. That's like me saying I want to be a jet pilot because it looks cool to pull up a joystick or a control handle and fly a plane, but I don't want to go through the schooling to learn how to become a pilot. I'll never be a pilot. You'll never be a husband or wife unless you understand the necessities of being a husband and wife. I'm just saying. Let's speak on it. Let's get real about it. So, is the lack of value the main reason why women aren't happy in relationships right now? Leave it in the comments if you think it is. Is people out here acting like they're ready to be married? Absolutely not. Do they have what it takes? A lot of these people don't. Because they never seen it, never been taught it, never read it, never sought it out. They just think it's like dating. It's one of those things you just do and you feel your way around. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's not right. That's a waste of your time, their time, and it's a waste, period. Anything worth having is worth investing in. Learn some about it. Read some about it. Talk to people that's doing it. Experience is key. Hey, if you don't have value in yourself, I hope you find it. I hope that's not the reason why a lot of y'all women are single. But if it is, you're important. You're special. You're a wonderful person. I just need you to believe it. With that being said, I'm your host, This. I know I missed my intro. Dysfunctional world. I got my eye on you, kid. Peace.